Welcome to the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. My name is David Wheatley. We're here to talk leadership in small, bite-sized and practical chunks. Enjoy. So welcome to this episode of the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. This is another short episode to share a simple tool that we use at Humanergy called an authority matrix. And it's a tool to help alignment between a supervisor, a leader, and their direct reports. And it's very simple, but it's really focused around who owns the decision and what amount of discussion is required. And so just identify 5 columns. And if you take the first column on the left-hand side, just right at the top of it, just do it. Because there's a certain alignment between a boss and a direct reports that some things that I just want you to do. I don't need to know about it. Just expect you to get on with it. Just do it. The second column is just do it, but tell me you did it. So this is the kind of stuff, hey, you did it, but just give me a heads up. You communicate with these people, give me a heads up. Then that's useful to know. And so both of these are still in the direct reports decision making, but we've started into some conversation first as well. The third bucket, the third column is let's discuss it, but you own, the direct report owns the decision. So again, we're in the discussion, but you still own the decision on that as the direct report, and we've got alignment. The fourth column is let's discuss it, and together we will own the decision. So now the decision is starting to transition, but the discussion is still there. And then the final column is let's discuss it, and I, as the boss, will own the decision. And if you look at these 5 columns, the first one requires no discussion. The rest all have some form of discussion, either proactively or reactively. The first 3 on the left-hand side, it's about you own as the direct report the decision. And then we go to us and me as the supervisor. The reason this is of value is for both the boss and the direct report to go away and look at what is it that they see in each of these columns, and then come together and see whether there's alignment. Once we've got alignment, then you might find that things over time, given experience, move from the right-hand end to the left-hand end. Because the more I understand somebody, the more I know them, the more I can leave them to just do it, or it's a matter of, hey, just give me a heads up when you've done it. But there may be some things that stay on the right-hand side. But just an example, when Mimi, our marketing and business director, started with us, we were talking about how that branding, and we wanted her to own the branding, but there's some things like own it, but let's have the conversation about some key colors, and then we're going to move the branding completely into the you just do it column, and just do it and tell me you did it column. And then the one thing we held on to was, if you want to change the logo, that's our decision. So we can talk about it, but we're going to own that decision as the owners of the organization. But the rest of it was all somewhere to the left. So we've just got these 5 columns. Just do it is the first one. Do it and tell me you did it, the second one. Let's discuss it, and then you own the decision as the direct report is the third one. Let's discuss it, and then we own the decision together as direct report and supervisor together. And then the final one being let's discuss it, and I, as the supervisor, own the decision. So just plot that out and play with it and see whether you're aligned with both your supervisor and your direct reports, and see whether you've got the same things in the same columns that you're aligned on. And if you are, then that's great. If you're not, then see what you can do to move as much of it towards the left as possible in order to empower your people, but also maintain an alignment. As usual, I have a little handout worksheet on that. So if you want to connect with me, I'll be happy to send that to you. Thanks for listening. That was the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. My name's David Wheatley. For further information about Humanergy, go to humanergy.com or check out our latest book, What Great Teams Do Great, from all good bookstores. Have a good one. Stay healthy.